Okay, welcome back to step 8, and in this video we are going to be going through the next stage of your setup process. Now you have been through the S2 member setup, you have already set up JVZoo, you have set up your autoresponder, at least initially. We're going to have another step once we complete this video. You have written out your sales copy, you have added that copy to your JVZoo instant sales page, and you have created a thank you and customer service page. Now what we need to do is we need to start setting up your download pages and your content. And what we're going to do then is we are going to make sure that the link is hidden from the search engines, and then we're going to make sure that the link makes it into your autoresponder. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so now we are inside of your WordPress site, and what we're going to do is we are going to create a post with the content for each and every one of the different modules that you are going to be putting together for your client or your customers or your clients. Now, these modules are going to be hidden from the search engines, are going to be hidden from people so that they can't access them. At the same time, even if they do find them, they're going to have S2 member or a membership in order to access them. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, what we're going to do is go to the posting area and we're going to add a new post. And then we're going to come to this page. Now, if you're familiar with WordPress, you probably already know how to complete a post. We're not going to cover that in detail here. Now, what you are going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that this post has a unique, it has a unique name, right? And that's going to be very important because each and every one of these posts need to be unique, because you don't want them first showing up in the menu and then you don't want people to be able to guess them. So when you title a particular month's content, right, or a particular period of time's content, you want to make sure that it has the identifying month and then you title it, right, maybe theme it. So for instance, we're going to make this first post month 1. And then we want to give it a unique title. We want the title to be, how, maybe how to create momentum. Right now, obviously, we're talking about model airplanes, so you would just want to make sure that it's something that will be, something that would be out of the ordinary, that the person someone could not come to the page and guess. So remember now, you should have 3 kinds of content. You should have video, you should have audio, and then you should have a text or a PDF document. So now what you want to do is to make sure those documents are already uploaded to your server. I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, you are going to want to come to your directory. Now we have S2 member created in the members subdirectory. So we want to click inside of that subdirectory, and then inside of that subdirectory, what we want to do is we want to click the content folder. And then once we do that, we want to actually click on the plugins folder. And then you're going to look and you're going to see a directory here called S2 member files. You want to put your directory in your S2 member files. Now, that's probably when you first get started, it's not going to have anything in there. And you want to make sure that you name your files something. You want to give your files a naming convention. First, it's going to make sense to your customers when they download it, but also you want it to make sense for you, and you want it to make sense because you are going to have to go and you might have to do some research, and you want to make sure that the files that you place there are going to be easy to find. So when you put up your content for month 1, you'll want to put it inside of the S2 members files with an identifying trait. So let's go ahead and upload text, audio, and video for month 1. Okay, so you're going to come to your content inside of your folder that you have created, the audio, the video, and whatever your text. You want to, when you can, you want to not, you want to make sure that your text content is placed in PDF. So one thing I'm going to do before I upload it, before I zip up these files, is I'm going to make sure that this Word document is a PDF document. Okay, so once I have my PDF document there, I'm just going to zip up all these files here. I'm just going to right click, and then I'm going to create a compressed file for each one. Okay, so now I have my files created, and now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to put them into the S2 member files folder and upload them. It's going to take a few minutes to get them uploaded. Okay, so now what we want to do is to come back to our posting area, and we now want to pick up that notepad file that we created that shows us how to name our links. And I'm going to remind you of that. I'm going to come back here and pick that up for you. And you remember that we had, and I'm going to enlarge this so you can see it. Let's make the font a little bigger. Okay, so each one of our links, we are going to want to create the link all the way up to the point where it says the equal sign, and then we want to put our file name here. Right, so again, you want to make sure this is always in the link, everything up to the equal sign, and then what's going to be unique is your file name. So for month one, you want to, what I like to do is I like to write something about what the month is going to be about. I like to give a little context and write, about a paragraph or two that talks about what people are going to be experiencing and what they're going to actually be getting. Now, for the sake of time, we're not going to do that for this. I'm going to put in some dummy content here, and what you're going to do is you'll just know that you want to create some content. You want to talk about what people are about, how it's going to benefit them, what's going to change in their life, what they can expect, things they need to do, lessons learned. Be creative here, and really what you want to do is it's important to get people excited about the content. Right, so I'm going to put in some dummy content, but just remember what you want to do here inside of the post is you want to create at least 3 paragraphs of content that makes people want to experience it, because remember, if they experience it, they actually get in, watch it, listen to it, read it, they'll stay subscribed. If they don't, then they'll find it as something that they don't necessarily need. Okay, so I've got my 3 paragraphs posted in there, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the link. So what I'll do here is I will then take this link, and then I will create a new link. And so what I'll say is I'll call this month's audio content. And then I will highlight this, and this is pretty much a WordPress thing. What you're going to do, the link will become available. You click that, and then what you're going to do is to paste in that link that you got in your WordPad file. Now, remember, you need to take example file zip out, and whatever your audio content file is from FileZilla, you want to put that file name in there. Okay, so I've added my file name. You recall it's month 001 video creating momentum, and then so I put in that file name, and then we're just going to add the link. Then we're going to do the same thing, this month's newsletter. Okay, so I've got in this month's newsletter. I'm going to pretty much do the same thing with this link. I'm just going to highlight that link and then create one here. Well, not that one. Let's see. We want to go back and get it from our Word Notepad file. Copy it. Then remember, we want to get rid of the example file name, and make sure that we put in whatever the newsletter is going to be. Want to add the link. Then we've got that link there, and then we want to do it then for the video content. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to copy that in, get rid of the example file name, and then we want to put in our unique file name from FileZilla. Okay, and we're going to add that in. We're going to click Add Link. And now we have our content here. So now that we have a month 1 link, what we want to do is we want to set our post restrictions, right? And so all you're going to have to do is come up here, and you want to make sure that this is level 1. Level 1 is already protected, so the only people that will have access to this post will be your subscribers. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and publish this post. Okay, and so once your post is published, then all you're going to need to do is to get this link. Right? You want to copy that link. And then what you want to do now is you want to put this inside of your month 1 autoresponder. So let's go back to get response now. Okay, we're inside of our autoresponder. We want to go and manage our autoresponders here. And so we have our autoresponders. Now what we want to do is we really just need to add a link to this. So we want to edit this autoresponder. I'm going to come inside and edit this message. Now what you want to do is to make sure now that you put your link inside of your email. And that gives them access to that content. So now they're already members. All they've got to do is click that link, and then they're going to have to log in. Now what you want to do here is you want to use Screener to create a video, and you want to put that video link in all of your emails so it will remind people of how to get to the content, because you want to walk them through the same process that they're going to go through. So you want to go through it on screen and to walk through it with them on your Screener video, which you should have seen in the last video, the video before this one, on how to use Screener. Okay, so make sure that you give your customers every opportunity to get to the content, experience the content. Of course, if they can't, make sure that if it's too confusing for them, then have them contact your support. Okay, so now we've done that here. We want to make sure that we also include that link in the plain text. Okay, so we're just going to add in that link right there. Same thing with the video. You want to come back and then walk them through the process and then do a Screener video. Put that link in here inside of your autoresponder message. Now you want to repeat the process for all of the months in your content membership. Right? So we just completed month 1. You want to do the same thing for month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, and however many that you can work ahead on. You want to have them working ahead, because once you get these autoresponders lined up, your job is going to be to market the membership. You want to focus on marketing the membership. See, this is a passive membership, and you got everything set up beforehand, so you did the work one time. Right? It's going to be a fixed term membership. You don't have to redo it again. You don't want to have to continue add content. After 12 months, it's going to end. Of course, you'll be able to email them to get them into other offers and other things, but you have created all of your content once you've gone through months 1 through 12, doing the very same thing that I've done right here put them inside of your autoresponder, whatever it is, if it's GetResponse, Aweber, set those autoresponders up to go out 30 days apart, and you will then be set up with your content. All the person has to do when they get your email, click the link, and it's going to take them to this content, which will be protected by S2 Member. Okay, so we've got our video, we've got our audio, we've got our newsletter, and with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.